Let's talk about the real reason Queen Charlotte was afraid to let Lady Danbury go. Now, I'm going to be breaking this down into 3 sections because it is a lot to unpack with these two. First, Lady Danbury was one of Queen Charlotte's only real friends. Now, as you all know, if we go back to the Queen Charlotte story, we see Queen Charlotte arrive in England and she doesn't know anybody. She's isolated, she's overwhelmed. Queen Charlotte did not know what she was getting herself into when she was dealing with this family. And that's why she really connected so much with Lady Danbury, because she was one of the only people that saw her as a human and not as the queen, not as just the crown. Now, yes, at first when we got introduced into Lady Danbury's character, did she kind of try to get in good with Queen Charlotte because, she thought that she could finagle a little bit something? Yes, but eventually their friendship turned into something deep because Queen Charlotte could rely on Lady Danbury. Lady Danbury was able to tell her the truth and, advise her on different stuff that a lot of people weren't able to do with the queen because they, like I said, they just only seen her as the queen, so they really never treated her how she wanted to be treated. And as we've seen, Queen Charlotte heavily relied on Lady Danbury emotionally. And with that, Queen Charlotte was always like, hey, if you ever need anything, let me know. Like, I'm your friend too. Like, I want to be able to help you as much as you're helping me. So that's when we really seen how strong their bond formed, which is now going to lead us into Bridgerton. But I feel like from looking at their friendship in Queen Charlotte, the show, it just really showed us that sometimes the people we cling on to the most are the ones that help us survive during our hardest seasons. They both leaned on each other during a lot of hard times, especially in the beginning, which lead us into point 2. Lady Danbury became Charlotte's connection to the world. Now, during Bridgerton, Lady Danbury wasn't just Queen Charlotte's friend, she was her window into society. She would lean on Lady Danbury a lot. Queen Charlotte was always asking her what's going on. Now, yes, we had Lady Whistledown, but sometimes Queen Charlotte didn't understand the full extent. As we've seen in the season 4, when she was just like, why is Lady Whistledown writing about maids? I don't want to hear about maids. But Lady Danbury had to tell her, maids make up a huge part of this society. It's not just about the ladies and the gentlemen that have status in society. The maids make up a big portion of this town too. They're cleaning the house. They have gossip. They have drama going on too, and it's just as juicy. So sometimes she kind of got to bring her back into the real world. Like, hey, well, hold up now. You might look at it like this, maybe because you don't pay attention to your servants, but some of these people really are ingrained with their servants, friends with their servants, as we see. Well, they're maids. I'm not going to say they're servants, but they're maids. As we see in the Bridgerton house, how Lady Bridgerton leans on her main maid a lot. And she even had to ask her, hey, am I treating you right? Are y'all getting paid good? Is everything going good here? Because they make up the house. They're the reason why things are running so smoothly. Making food, preparing dinner, washing the clothes, getting the carriage ready, doing your hair, waking you up in the morning, just everything. Like, they help just as much. And it's just like when one person isn't in line, the whole house can go out of whack. Just as we seen that whole scandal with the maids, that everybody was in a frenzy because maids were dropping left and right. A lot of people's houses were in shambles because of the maids. And Queen Charlotte just relied on Lady Danbury a lot to be her ear to the street. Let her know what's going on. What's the 411? Because nobody's really going to tell the queen what's actually going on because they're kind of scared of her a little bit and they don't want to offend her. But Lady Danbury is not afraid to keep it real with her. Respectfully, of course. Because she understands that is still her queen at the end of the day. But that is also her friend. And we also get to see a lot in their friendship too when Queen Charlotte and Lady Danbury share a lot of moments where they play chess or they joke around or they make little bets, or we'll see them at the balls and them two just, sitting up watching everybody and kiki and laughing. Just all of that. Like, she really does trust her, even showing her bun collection and where she got them imported from all over the world. But I feel like even seeing like their friendship when we first got introduced to them in Bridgerton, we could take away a lesson from that. Why this season was a little bit hard for Queen Charlotte is because Lady Danbury was a safe space to her, and it was just hard for her to let her go and imagine her leaving because it's like, I don't want to be alone. Which brings us into point 3, the real reason Queen Charlotte did not want Lady Danbury to leave. At first, when Lady Danbury brought up, hey, Charlotte, I want to leave. Like, I want to explore where I'm from. I've always been here. It's always going to be another ball after season, people getting married. But I want to travel. I want to go off. I don't just want to be here. I want to explore. And Queen Charlotte was having a hard time with that because she was resisting. And I don't feel like she was trying to control her. It kind of came off like that at first. But I definitely could see she did not want to let her go because she was one of the only people she had to lean on. And let's be for real, the queen feared being alone, especially with King George in such a bad shape. And she does not really know nobody. Even though she's been there for so long, she still don't know anybody. Everybody still just treats her like royalty. So when Lady Danbury said that she want to travel, Queen Charlotte said she felt like she was trying to abandon her. And you could really see how this was hurting Lady Danbury because it's like, I want to be here for you, friend. I love you, but I got to put me first. I can't just only keep thinking about you and what benefits you and what's best for you. Like, I want you to show me that same compassion because I've always been here for you. As vice versa, you've been here for me, but I want to leave England too and go back to where I'm from. And even Lady Danbury had to tell her, I'll come back, I'll visit. This won't be the end of us. And even Queen Charlotte being like, what will I do without you? I feel like that really just showed a lot of vulnerability from the queen. And we knew that she felt deeply about Lady Danbury, but this really just stripped her and showed the humanness in her. Like, I'm afraid to lose you. I don't want to do this without you. I don't have nobody. I don't have George. He just in a whole nother world of his own. And it's like, girl, please. And that was also another one of Queen Charlotte's fear. Like, if he dies, what will I do if you're gone? Like, how will I survive? And like Lady Danbury said, we will keep in contact. If anything happens and you need me, I will be there. I will be there for you, sister. I will come back. This is not meaning that this is the end of our friendship, but this is the start of a new chapter of our friendship. We're so used to being up under each other every single day, seeing each other very often, hanging out, having chess, going to balls together, but I want to try something different. So during that argument that they had when Queen Charlotte pretty much was like, I forbid you from going, and Lady Danbury was taken back and she was pretty much like, well, hold up now. I thought we were friends. And she was just like, I'm your queen. You're going to listen to me. And then Lady Danbury was like, for a second, like, okay, I'm mistaken. You got it, queen. And Queen Charlotte, for a second, she was like, hold up. I'm sorry. Girl, I did not mean that. Like, she had to let Lady Danbury know, girl, I'm scared. I just said that. Once we seen that Queen Charlotte wasn't trying to let Lady Danbury go, Lady Danbury was on a hunt to find her replacement. Somebody who kind of had a similar essence to her. So then in comes Lady Anderson. And Lady Anderson, she's pretty much like, girl, I ain't trying to do this. What you talking about? And Lady Danbury, like, girl, please, come on. Like, just, it's okay. This is a good position to be in. It's, it's good. It's nice. And Lady Anderson was like, I cannot be you. I think everybody could tell that Lady Danbury was trying to replace herself with Lady Anderson. And the queen was not going for that either. The queen was like, I don't care. Who was she? Oh, okay. What can she do for me? What gossip does she have? What does she know? And I feel like it was hard for Lady Anderson to find her way being a lady in waiting. It was hard up until she went against the queen and she made her own decision. Now the queen had to tell her, I like that. You did what you did, but don't ever do that again. But she kind of like that because it's like, she don't just listen to me. Like, she keep it real with me. So I do feel like she will kind of be somewhat of a replacement for Lady Danbury. As we know, she will not fully replace her. I don't think nobody can ever replace her character because, quite frankly, that is my favorite character. And I'm going to be so sad next season if we do not see her that much. But I feel like Queen Charlotte was just trying her hardest to like hold on to everything that she has. Like, she want to keep everything the same and normal, but that's the beauty of us being humans. Things change, people change. We don't want to keep doing the same thing. But I feel like that's something the queen just cannot do. Like, it's not like she can just escape her queen role and leave and start over, because best believe she would have been stopped trying to be the queen a long time ago, but she can't. So she want to control as much as she can and keep everything constant. You got to think, in that house that she lives in, it's the same routine every single day. Nothing new changes, nothing different happens. She wakes up, people are serving her hand and foot. She gets people put on her clothes, people pick out her stuff, people do her hair. So it's just like, for the society to keep changing and evolving, and especially her friend to leave and Lady Whistledown to stop writing, it's kind of like, I'm losing everything. So And I really love when at the end, Penelope did stop being Lady Whistledown, and she let her be free. But you can kind of tell, like, dang, Lady Danbury was like, I want that too. I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to keep being by your side all the time. I want to travel. I want to explore. But eventually, in the end, Queen Charlotte does give in and let Lady Danbury go and was like, I'm gonna miss you. And they had that really heartfelt moment. And it's just like, dang, it really just had me wondering, like, is this going to be the end of Queen Charlotte and Lady Danbury? The way how they made that scene, it could be a setup of we might lose the Queen. We might lose King George, or we might lose Lady Danbury. I don't know what next season has to hold. Y'all let me know down in the comments below. Do you think that King George is going to pass away? Do you think Lady Danbury will make a return back in the next season? Or do you think that this could be the end of Queen Charlotte altogether? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.